Hi everyone, don't mind my dog if she's barking. Come here, Winter. There's people outside and it's driving our dog crazy, and she's got a big bark, so if you hear a loud Great Dane bark in the back, don't let it startle you tonight. Okay, hi everybody, welcome to the stream, thanks for coming. And tonight, of course, I'm excited to be playing another indie RPG Maker game. This time I'm going to be playing Northwall, which was made by Zevia, over on the RPG Maker, forums that I go to often. And I'm going to put the link to the page where the game is ordinarily hosted. The servers are down for that whole website, but right now I can at least link you to the forum thread where the game is, where there's a link to a Dropbox folder where you can download it and play for yourself. Yeah, so, okay. Next week, I won't be streaming because it's going to be the 4th of July weekend, and in my part of the world, people are enjoying setting off fireworks all weekend, so it'll probably be much too loud with all the firework activity to try to stream through. So next week, July 6th, no stream. Next stream will be July 13th, the week after. So anyway, back to Northwall. I don't know much about this game because I like to go in pretty much blind on most of my playthroughs of games, but from what I understand, you get to play as a werewolf that has a bunch of different cool abilities, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. Also, the dev had mentioned that they had never seen Game of Thrones or read Song of Fire and Ice by the time they finished the game, and fun fact, I still haven't read Song of Fire and Ice or watched Game of Thrones, so I wouldn't know. But they said that they had gotten some feedback from people saying that it seemed like it took a lot of inspiration from that, so there may be some similarities, and I won't know, but maybe in chat you can let me know if you see anything that reminds you of that, and I think it'll be pretty cool to see. So anyway, this game is, I believe, the dev's first game. It's at least the first one that they started working on. I don't know if they did any other games for game jams or anything in the meantime, but I think it's their first game overall. They started it all the way back in 2011 or 2012 thereabouts, and it took them about 7 or 8 years. They finally finished it in 2019. So the game is completely finished now, but they said that they do still do bug fixes if you were to play the game and notice any bugs and report it to them. And if they can find those bugs and reproduce them and figure out how to fix those bugs, then they'll still do bug fixes. But other than that, the game has been finished since 2019. So let's get right into checking out the game page, the forum thread in this case. And while you're over there, why not check out the rest of the forums? And if you're interested, especially in making RPG Maker games yourself, it's a great place to go and ask questions and share some advice that you might have for other people. Okay, so I want to avoid spoilers, so I'm going to skip the video and the walkthrough and the screenshots and the reviews. Let's go straight to features. Completely RTP-free soundtrack, thanks to Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com, so looks like royalty-free sounds that they used. Overhaul to the default TP system. TP is now generated by landing basic attacks or using certain special abilities, and TP is preserved from one battle to the next up to a maximum amount. Minor characters will get various special abilities that use TP, while major party members get unique mechanics for how to spend it, such as transformations. I'm assuming that means werewolf transformations, most likely. Effectively, you build TP using lesser abilities in order to spend it on stronger abilities. So, I don't know that much about the battle system, actually. I've played several RPG Maker games with battle systems in them so far, but I have yet to really have a deep understanding of the battle system, so maybe what I've read means more to you than it does to me, but it'll be interesting to see how it works in practice once I get to playing it. Complex combat. Most enemies will require more thought than spam attack, spam heal, or spam the damaging ability, spam heal. Well, yeah, that spam attack, spam heal is my typical mode of conduct, so we'll see. It looks like this game's going to make me think. Complex bosses. The early bosses, up through about the forest, will be relatively simple, with only a couple mechanics to test what you've learned. So that's good. At least it sounds like the first couple of bosses I should be able to get through, even if I can't get too much further. And from what I understand, I think there's 5 dungeons in this game, and given that it's a game that took a good 7 or 8 years to complete, I'm guessing those are not very tiny dungeons, and since it sounds like it's going to be complex combat and all that, I probably won't make it all the way through the game tonight, but we'll see how far I can get. Each progressive boss will require different applications of your old and new skills, however, and in the later stages of the game have complex eventing to give them a truly unique feel to their battles. Okay, so eventing is just, if for anybody who doesn't make RPG Maker games yourself, it's basically a pretty wide range of things that you can do with events. It's just basically how you tell the game what you want it to do with a lot of different things. So complex eventing could mean anything, really, and I'll just have to wait and see what the bosses are able to do, if it gives them, like, if they're moving across the screen, if they've got animations, special attacks, or what that's going to mean. Many special skills, each with their own purpose. Your characters will learn at least one new skill with each level, and they will all be relevant. No filler abilities just to make your skill list look impressive. Several skills will interact with other party members' skills as well. Applying a combo of buffs and debuffs will allow for some truly enemy-wrecking combos. For example, give the cleric Scorching Rage, Infusion, Bless, and Angelic Fury, then target an enemy afflicted by Lunar Wound, Heaven's Wrath, Melancholy, Burn, and Holy Fire, and lay waste with Divine Burst for some absolutely face-melting damage. And of course, I haven't started the game yet, so I don't know what any of these spells do, but I'm sure we're going to find out in quite a hurry. And if each level we're getting at least one skill and they're all relevant, either that's a lot of skills and a lot of relevant skills, which will be interesting to see how that works out, and that's my cat Velcro complaining again in the background, or we might not make levels too often, which would be interesting, because it seems to me like in a lot of these games we make levels pretty fast, and I can understand why. It's cool to get that notification that you made a level, but I'm interested to see, do we make levels slower? Are there lots and lots of skills to keep track of, or somewhere in between? Low rate of random encounters. Most dungeons only have 5 random encounters at most. Their presence is simply so you can practice with any new abilities you've learned and gain a little bit of money and experience before the next boss. If you have to backtrack or wander around a bit, you won't be stuck fighting endless battles. Okay, so I was wrong. So these dungeons may be a lot shorter than I thought, but each encounter I'm going to have to think. So kind of the opposite of one of those games where, I don't know what you call it, with like the swarms of enemies, but it sounds like this is going to be kind of the complete opposite of that model, where you've only got a few encounters, but have to really think your way through them. And that is going to be something new for me that I'm going to be interested to see. Okay, so that's it for the features. Let's get into the story. A solitary fort in the snowy north of a small continent keeps watch on a cave to the east. 25 years ago, this cave was home to an army of monsters who threatened to spill out and attack, until it was sealed away by a cleric named Gallerand. There are no accounts of his journey into the cave, or how he managed to stop the monsters, but the fort was built to keep a vigilant eye on the cave should any threat ever arise again. Save for the occasional stray monster, it has been quiet for 25 years. Northwall continues its vigilance, as well as the tradition of passing on Gallerand's clerical teachings. It has been so peaceful that construction has even begun on a new civilian settlement nearby. One night, however, a sudden flood of monsters makes their way into the castle, catching its inhabitants by surprise. How did they get in? Where did they come from? Why are they attacking? These are all good questions. Through the confusion, Northwall is laid to waste, with its survivors managing to escape to the nearby civilian settlement. After a few days, the monsters have not come to finish them off, but supplies are low, and there's not enough manpower to defend everyone when the inevitable attack comes. Worse, their supply line from the port town of Self has not been seen in almost 2 months, and it looks like nobody is coming to save them, making the hard choice to send the lone surviving cleric and 2 soldiers to a small village south of the mountains called Aelin. The survivors are stuck, sitting in the growing shadow of starvation or slaughter, their hopes resting on the shoulders of the young cleric. Ooh. So now I'm wondering if I had it wrong all along, and if we don't play as the werewolf, but maybe we play against some werewolves with some cool abilities. And hi Zevia, thanks for coming by the stream. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. I guess the game will take about 10 hours to play for most people, maybe longer if you're reading out all the dialogue or have trouble with any battles or solving puzzles. I think the max level is 10. Honestly, I can't remember, but I know it's somewhere around 10 or 11. My idea was to try and give you a new ability for each party member to play with for each dungeon, where the random battles would help you see how they work before you fought the boss. Okay, that's cool. So then that would be at least 6 people. Okay, minor spoilers, but you'll both fight and recruit a werewolf. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, and then with that, let's get right into it. I'm excited to see what this game has. And as always, this is as far as I've booted up the game so far, just to check and make sure it works. Let's get into it. New game. This world is darker than you know. Corruption and dark magic will always be a threat. I redid this intro so many times based on continuing feedback at various stages. That's cool. I'd be curious to hear you talk about sometime what the original idea for the intro was and how different what you ended up with is. There will always be those who voluntarily conspire with monsters for their own gain. I'll tell you where the game originally opened up when you get to it. Okay. All these little flying monsters that keep appearing in front of or behind people and then disappearing again. And no matter how safe you feel, I'm not feeling very safe at the moment. Little peek at the monsters, looks like. There's always the possibility of great danger. Never forget that we are here to be vigilant. We must never forget the legendary Gallerand established for the legacy Gallerand established for Northwall here. Gallerand. What is it, Father Sixtus? You should go check on Rick, Ben. I believe it is time he gets his rest. Yeah, alright. Hey. Oh, so we get to name ourselves. I think I'm going to stick with the default name on this playthrough. Suven, we'll talk more later, yeah? Of course. Father Sixtus, do you think we're safe? I'm sure we are. We've been safe from monsters for decades. He was originally defaulted to Kevin, but people kept calling him Kevin. Yeah, I actually misread your comment there at first and thought you said Kevin, so I can understand that. The world never stays the same, young Asuven. But come, there is always another lesson to learn, and we should begin. Oh, it looks like the title screen again. Still trying to get cleric lessons? The clerics are good people, Rick. Bunch of self-righteous stiffs is what they are. I think people are feeling uneasy. Great, what now? What's got them hiding in the corner this time? Sixtus is speaking oddly. He seems different. Sixtus is old and senile. Don't give me that look. He's the last of Gallerant's disciples. You should show more respect. Uh-huh. Look, Ben, how many nights have we stood out here and nothing happens? What about Sylph? We haven't heard from them in a while. There could be a lot of reasons their ship didn't come. Maybe. Well, I'm here to take over. You can go rest. Look, Sixtus always feels uneasy. That's no reason to start getting on this idea that the world's going to end. Are you seriously still worried? Ben, we've even started building a civilian camp nearby. There's talk of starting an actual village, making Northwall more than just a fort up here. Yeah, I guess. What was that? I don't know. An earthquake? I don't think so. Help! Ooh. Let's go. Somebody's in trouble, I guess. We should hurry. You automatically run when moving in most areas. You can walk by holding down Shift. You can turn off Auto Dash in the party menu, accessed by pressing Escape or X under System. Okay. Hey! Bandit attacks. Okay, so let's see. This is the first fight, so it should be pretty straightforward. But let's see what our special attacks are. Special is deals 13 to 20 weapon damage and lowers enemy evasion for 2 to 3 turns. Has a chance to stun the target. Can we do that, or do... Oh, that's just impaled. Okay, so... Can't do that because we don't have any TP, it sounds like. But I can motivate. He's quick, be careful. The CTP gauge shows the upcoming turn order. Party members and enemies with a higher AGI stat act first, so agility stat, and can act more frequently than those with a lower agility. Okay, so maybe can do more things per turn. The portrait farthest to the right is the current turn, while the next 7 people to act are listed to the left. Okay, I've seen a system similar to this before, so now I know what this means. I'm not trying to learn this from scratch, where I've got the lineup. And then Rick will try just an attack. Evades. Okay. I can't keep up with him. Impale him to keep him in place. Well, can we impale now? Build up TP by landing successful basic attacks or using some special abilities. This enemy will dodge all physical attacks, so you'll have to build TP using Shield Wall, Distract, or Motivate. Okay, so it sounds like I accidentally did the right thing. Do I have the ability to impale yet? No. But let's do Shield Wall. Okay. And let's do Distract. So now I should be able to impale. Okay. Now hit him hard. The damage range of a given ability is displayed in its description. Unleash a flurry of stabs on a single enemy for 20 to 30 weapon damage. Okay. The numbers change with an actor's stats and are the minimum and maximum damage an ability can do before enemy defenses are calculated. That's pretty cool. The way that that changes in the notification in the menu, that's really cool. Let's try Flurry. There we go. Ben's party was victorious. I wanted so badly to be able to show the damage estimate when targeting an enemy when making this game, with the enemy defenses calculated, but couldn't find a script to go that far, only to show formula evaluations in ability descriptions. But with the sequel, now that I'm a programmer, I was finally able to make that feature. Okay, cool. Do you think he was responsible for that explosion? Maybe. We need to find the captain. I'm sure he's fine. We need to make sure everyone is safe. Oh boy, it doesn't look like everybody's safe. I got you! Vile creatures. Help the civilian quarters, Suven. What about you? I must find and aid the captain. You can handle those fiends on your own. Go, they're in great danger. But... no, somebody help! There's no way I can fight these things. I have to escape. Okay, so... I don't know that I've ever seen a tutorial specifically for escaping because you're outmatched. Press left from the ability selection menu, then select Escape to flee. Most battles can be escaped with a 100% chance of success. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So left opens up that menu, and right opens the normal menu back up. Let's escape. Civilian has started to escape. Escaping battles counts towards the maximum number of encounters in a dungeon too. So if you want, you can just escape every random encounter and skip them. I've gotten in trouble for skipping too many battles, like by avoiding sprites on a map and just dodging around them and going past, because then I get to the boss and I'm too under-leveled. Guards, cleric, captain, anyone! Yeah, and you'll have less experience points and such, yeah. Hey! A cleric, and he's alone! I will not allow you to harm these people. But I have beaten every boss in this game with the bare minimum XP and starter gear, so I know for sure it's at least possible. Possible, but maybe more difficult than... well, we'll see. Okay, let's see. What magic spells do we have? Cure, refresh, scan. Okay. I think I can just attack Ooh, don't do too much damage. It's just an attack. Holy, maybe? Ah, Searing Light. That's where it is. Okay. Their armor's too thick. I'll need to use a holy spell to finish them off. One step ahead of you, Suven. Some characters have both MP and TP abilities that use MP will have their cost highlighted in blue, while TP abilities are highlighted in green. That's very helpful. Suven was victorious. What are we going to do? We need to get everybody to a safe place. There are monsters everywhere. Can't you defend us? Not alone. We need to find the guards and the captain. That was so neat how the sprite kind of looked down and back up. I rarely see that kind of level of animation in somebody's first game. I know he worked on this for a long time, but still. It was really hard trying to fit all the important details of abilities in a 2-line description box. I sometimes had to spend a lot of time figuring out how to be more concise. Well, the effort was well worth it, because for me, when I'm trying to absorb all of this stuff that's going on, and especially with the battle systems, because I'm more story-minded than I am battle-minded when it comes to playing these RPGs, having it be really super concise and short makes it 10 times more likely that I'm going to be able to figure out what it actually is. Sixtus! Sixtus! No! Oh, his eyes! Father Sixtus! Captain! Stay back, Suven. This one is mine. Okay. This whole intro is really supposed to be a tutorial, but originally the game opened up after all these events. So, well, this tutorial is great. It's really giving me an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing rather than just leaving me to sink or swim. Which, you know, can be fun, but this is... I have to say you did a great job of integrating the tutorial into the story. Let's see. Special. Nothing I can do yet, so it looks like just attack. Oh, and it looks like he does too. Oh my goodness. I see a weak spot I can hit with a Thunder Slash. Some enemies have special weaknesses to elements or certain abilities. This ogre, for example, has his defense reduced to 0 whenever Thunder Slash is used against him. I got a lot of feedback that said it would be great if they saw Northwall fall. Yeah, I have to agree. This, and the music you picked to go with it, really fits the feeling as well. It's really, you know, making me invested in what's going on, you know, rather than it being, you know, just more backstory. Thunder Slash. The ogre's armor breaks. Now is the time to strike. Buffs and debuffs last either a number of turns or a number of actions. An action is when a party member or enemy does something. A turn is approximately every 2 to 4 actions. Got it. For example, the armor break from Thunder Slash will last for 2 actions, meaning it will wear off after the ogre has acted twice. Often I thought about an overall story point I wanted and a mood or vibe, then would go find music as one of the first parts of making a new area. That's neat. It's a good thing that Karavis has so many hit points. So I think I meant to just do a regular attack here. There we go. Karavis was victorious. Captain! I'm glad you two are okay. Oh no, Sixtus! Suvan, I'm so sorry. There's no time for that. Captain? There are holes in the courtyard and Baron's room that more monsters are pouring out of. You three check the barracks for survivors. Then I'm calling for the abandonment of Northwall. What? Take whoever you can to the civilian encampment. We'll regroup there. Is he serious? Actually, guess I'm okay leaving as soon as possible. No telling what we might find in the barracks. Better get ready. Save the game by opening up the menu and selecting save. You can save any time you can access the menu. So I'm not sure... I know I was told to go somewhere, but I'm not sure which way. But it looks like the ways that I'm not supposed to go are helpfully blocked off. Too young for this. Died protecting her child. Oh no! Oh, I'm going around and reading these. Father Sixtus. Come on, Suvan, we have to go. I wasn't fast enough to save her. If we live through this, I'm coming back and drinking this. He looks half-eaten. Hi, Leafy and Anderson. Welcome to the stream. Praise be to the RPG maker. It's a memorial to all the previous captains of the guard. What the... Look out! Status effects like burn are displayed in the actor's windows or in the enemy's description window when you select them. The number in the corner is either the number of actions that character must take until it wears off, or the approximate number of turns remaining, until it naturally wears off. A full list of status effects can be accessed from the party menu under State List. Fire Breath burns Blue Worm. I wasn't able to read that fast enough. Any ideas on how best to handle these things, Suvan? Shoving a spear down their throats should work just fine. The CTB system and how it handles the database's system of defining everything by actions or turns was a real pain point during development. I can imagine so. And Rick, I think we're going to have to think a little harder than that. I should scan them to figure out a good strategy. Scanning enemies will reveal their stats and any special information about what abilities they use. It doesn't use up an action, so you can act again immediately after using it. Oh, that's good! Oh, I never want to scan enemies or spy on enemies or examine enemies or anything like that that just tells you about the enemy in a battle, because it always uses up my turn, and I'm like, you know, I could use that turn doing trial and error. But by making it a free action, that makes me much more likely to want to use it. Let's see. So, I don't see scan for Ben, so I guess that should be... Well, let's see. We can motivate or shield wall. Let's shield wall. And then Rick has distract. And then scan. Let's scan the blue worm. Scales are weakened by burns or holy fire. Can I scan immediately again? Has a high chance to evade attacks, breathes fire, has a tough hide that protects against magic. Okay. Well, let's just attack the blue worm. Oof. Let's do Flurry. And Poison Spear. Ice Breath freezes Red Worm, slowing it down. But I don't have any kind of a fire or an ice spell. So let's see, do we have any items? We have a potion. Restores 36 to 44% maximum HP, plus 22 to 27 health. Removes bleeds if fully healed. Okay, let's use potion on Rick. And special? No? Just use attack. We use cure on Ben. And then you can use shield wall. The red worm is strong against magic anyhow, but it has a high evade. Yeah. We'll use Searing Light again. Oh no, wait, that's right, it did nothing. Holy Fire burns the worm, lowering its defenses. Let's see if spamming attacks at this point will work. Yeah, we're close enough to the end. Suven's party was victorious. Suven is now level 2, Cure All learned, Revive learned. Okay. Caravis is right, we have to leave. And go where exactly? The civilian encampment, like he said. Come on, let's go find as many people as we can and get out of here. A statue of Galorant, the first cleric of Northwall. Okay, I'll save again. Can I use skills outside of battle? Oh, okay, but I have to have the TP. Oh, that makes sense. Fully heals party members, requires too much concentration to be used in battle. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Someone said a lot of people fled to the courtyard earlier. Are they still there? The courtyard was overrun by monsters. All I saw were a lot of bodies. Father Sixtus. Okay. Up the stairs? Oh, this is where we were. I'm glad that you feel encouraged to explore. There are some helpful items you can find. Yeah, I love to explore in these games. I figure if the dev went to the trouble of putting a room or an item in the game, then there's a good chance that there was a reason for it. And that could be anything from just ambiance to there could be something cool to find, or there could be text boxes to read, like when I was clicking on some of the bodies, then they had some sad messages there. Where is it? I know it's here. Are you looking for a book? Suven, I need to find that book. It's here somewhere. Ah, Galaran's teachings. Can't leave this behind. Aha! Received Galaran's teachings. Items? Galaran's teachings? Increases MAT by 2. Only usable by clerics. Magic attack, I'm guessing. Nice. So then I think that that's the only other place we have left. Well, we went down those stairs. We can get out that way. There's also these stairs. Found one potion. Found one revive. Hey, why are you hiding down here in the dark? Oh, it's Rick. Not much left down here, Suven. Did you check the emergency supply boxes? Uh-huh. Okay. Whoop. Whoops. Mostly empty vials and jars, nothing useful. Wait, this is good. Received one revive. Flash powder. Better be careful with it. Received one flash powder. Ooh. I'm guessing that's either going to explode and stun enemies, or explode and do some damage, or maybe both. It'll be fun to try that out in battle and see what happens. Did I go up these stairs? I did. That's where I started from. So let's see. Let's see what's out the west courtyard, because I'd already peeked out there. Or the west door. So that leads into the... Okay, so I'm guessing all of these doors. Right, so all 3 of these doors should lead out into the courtyard. Courtyard's too dangerous. Better leave through the main gate. Okay. And I think that's all there is to explore there. A few days later. The game originally started right about here, but in the daytime, you'd fight a few waves of monsters with Ben, Rick, and Koravis, but it was a much simpler intro, no tutorials. Yeah, I do like the addition of the tutorial. I think it really got me into the game really quickly. Come in. Sir? Suven, there's something I need to discuss with you. Of course. How long since we left Northwall, Suven? A few days. It's been too long already. How are supplies? Bad. There wasn't much here for us. We hadn't finished construction before we were forced to abandon Northwall. The monsters have not come to finish us off in all that time. Why? Why indeed? I don't know, sir. I'm still trying to figure out why they attacked in the first place. Or how their numbers swelled to more than the occasional stray. I didn't want to say this in front of everyone, Suven. We won't last much longer. Supplies are low, and we don't know if or when the monsters will decide to try and kill the rest of us. I agree, but we can't move everyone. We're vulnerable here, but it's at least some form of shelter. We won't. Captain Karavis? Suven, I'm sending you to find help. Sir, I'm the only cleric left. You'd be without anyone to properly aid the wounded or sick if I'm gone. I'm aware of that, Suven, but we will die of starvation if we stay here, and you are the best choice to send for help. I see. Alone? No, I'm sending Ben and Rick with you. You'll be defenseless. I can handle the creatures just fine by myself, Suven. You will not survive the journey alone. Karavis. I will handle defenses until you return with help, Suven. The rations will last longer with the three of you gone. If you're not overrun here, what makes you think this place is going to be any better than Northwall was? It's dangerous at night. Gather your things and depart in the morning. Head through the cave to the south to reach the town of Aelin. I appreciate the the directions being highlighted. I have lost track of the number of times I've been told exactly where to go, exactly what to do, go this direction and do this thing. And then as soon as the cutscene's over, I've forgotten. Okay, so I have to head south to the town of Aelin. Stay away from the castle ruins. Who knows what's turned it into a home by now, Suven? Go. Gather your things, then get some rest. I don't know how Karavis manages to carry this thing in battle. It's really heavy. Karavis's swords. They're well crafted. Karavis's old armor. Looks pretty beaten. Am I gonna use his bed? No. I wonder who managed to get all these lanterns out. Ask. Who cares? Ask. Captain Karavis. Who brought along all the lanterns? Do you need one for the journey? Oh, you know, that would be helpful. Yes, thank you. Well, no. No, I was just curious. They're kind of cumbersome to carry while running. I'm sure you have better things to concern yourself with, Suven. Sorry, Captain. I'm hungry. Are rations really running that thin lately? No one was able to get much before we left. It's pretty much whatever was here already. I still think about that night, Suven. If it weren't for you, Rick and I probably would have been killed too. Frozen over. This needs a shelter built over it. I need your advice, Suven. We're really low on food. I feel terrible about the little rations I've been giving out. Oh. I trust you. Don't give them any more. I know it's difficult, but I trust your decisions. Everyone knows it's going to be rough. I guess. And that means I am not opening these. Because if I do, it might automatically give me what little rations they have, and I'm not taking that away from the town. I don't care if it's just actually just potions or revives or something. I'm not going to risk it. Toasty. Oh. Kate, age 8. Christopher, age 17. Axel, age 35. Laura, age 25. Michael, age 22. Even this vigil won't last much longer. I always love watching live playthroughs because I see so much feedback that people wouldn't think to leave after the fact. And I get to see what they got stuck on, what they spend a lot of time on, what worked how I wanted it to, what didn't. Yeah. Is this what we have for an inn? Need to rest? No, not yet. Not looting chests is a first I've seen. Well, occasionally for roleplay reasons. I find in most RPGs I've played, unless it's labeled Resource Manager right there in the game page, and it warns you, oh, with limited supplies, survival, blah blah blah, most RPGs I've seen give me way more supplies than I ever use because I hoard supplies, and I tend to use rechargeable resources like healing spells or whatever before I'll use consumables, so I can afford to bypass a thing or two. Wait, Suven, I think there's still some supplies left in the storage shed, aren't there? Just checking, or, just checking. I just wanted to make sure you had enough. Thank you, then. It's okay, we're keeping a close eye on everything, Suven. We're lucky you survived, Suven. I don't know what we'd do without your help around here. Suven, I'm worried how long we're going to last out here. You'll be okay. They need to... It doesn't matter if they're not going to be okay. They need to believe they're going to be okay because, like the placebo effect, the more they believe they're going to be okay, the longer they're going to last, I firmly believe. It'll be okay. We'll make it through. Hope's powerful. I sure hope so. Okay, so I've checked out all the different buildings. Time for rest. Need to rest? Yes. No, don't need to rest. I don't want to hear it. You two are going with him. End of discussion. And if these two been out here whining at him. Well, let's get going. Hey, Suven, make sure you have everything you'll need before we go. Check the emergency supplies for sure. That's for them. Let's go. Hey, Suven. There might be some supplies left in the castle if none of the monsters touched them. Yeah, let's check there. There's no people left there. Supplies would be good or too dangerous. Although we did... I mean, we did check before we left, but it might have regenerated, you know, since it's a new day and it's not the cutscene. So I'll check again for supplies. We might have missed something. We're certainly in sore need of extra supplies. The captain seemed pretty convinced going back to the castle would be a bad idea. Who knows what might have been left behind, though? We didn't exactly have time to pick and choose the best stuff to take. You know, EXP farm as well. I believe in us. Guess it's up to you, Suven. Let's do it. They leveled the place. Let's see what we can find and hurry out of here. Ooh, chest. No one thinks the little boxes of goodies are odd. Not going to question it. These are really useful for the snow. Received swift boots. Ooh, some equipment. Conversations like that used to take place on the overworld map, but I changed to make little maps like that for cutscenes after feedback. Okay, so that explains that. Let's see. Equipment. Ooh, do I want to level up, use those for Suven or Ben or Rick? Let's try it for Rick, because I think he does more attacking and the agility. Protects against agility debuffs and slow. Okay, sure. Well, it might be more important to have it for the cleric now that I think about it. So we'll attach it to Suven for now. There's an ice stone in here. Received 1 ice stone. Does anyone think we really shouldn't be opening things out here? Who cares? Just open it, take what's inside, and let's get a move on. It won't budge. It would help if you knew a password. Who are you? Me? You may call me Maestro, Wanderer and Trickster Extraordinaire. Trickster? Careful, Suven. This used to be a cipher puzzle, but people would spend like 15 to 20 minutes on it and would grab a pen and paper and work it out. And I didn't like how much it slowed everything down, so changed to something else. Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing if it slows things down, because if it's taking people 15 to 20 minutes to work something out, as long as they're having fun while they're working it out, then, you know, that can be really good. But I really like this trickster dude that showed up, so can't say I'm sad about that. Some people liked it and were sad to see it go missing. Some people really liked that it went missing. Yeah, well, different players are going to have different preferences for gaming, so that makes sense. No, 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 I feel playful today, and so does Oro. Who or what is Oro? Ha! You just tried to open Oro. I think Maestro might be out of his mind, Suven. There's no need to be rude now. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. There's a password that makes Oro open up. Just stand in front of him and say it. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Just don't say the wrong password or he gets angry. So what is it? But I've already said— oh, I'm right! But I've already said it. Anyway, places to go, things to do, people to see, bye! Certainly one of the stranger things I've seen. Oh, I love me a good pun. Or dad joke or anything like that. Do you think he was lying about the chest? Guess it couldn't hurt to look at it, right? Oh, it probably could hurt. Let's try it. There's some writing on the lid here. 4 but 3, the last of me is a repeat of the beginning. Hmm. 4 but 3. The middle two, I'll wager you, are the rest of the clue. I wonder why U and R are misspelled. Okay, so the middle two letters should be U and R. And it's got to be a 4-letter word that means 3 of something. Or something like that. Are you kidding me? This is child's writing. Well, I assume the writing is a clue to the password. What do you think it means? Not sure, but Maestro said he already told us the password. Are you ready to enter password? Yes, no, or smash it. 4 but 3. Password is... The only thing I can think of is turn. I'm going to try it, just to see what happens. I think that's wrong. Just have to stand in front of him and say it. Who dares disturb Oro? Let's use Impale. Oh, and assuming you won't be reloading. Okay. Well, I won't say the password aloud for anybody who watches this stream and this VOD later in case they want to try to guess it. But that makes sense. Shield wall. Oro uses a random item in his chest! So spamming attacks does seem to be working pretty well. Let's see how much we can do with that. Spam everything, yeah. Like that meme, right? Random BS go. Yeah, exactly. Oof, poisoned. Ben's been poisoned. Let's poison Oro. And I'll use... just attack. Guard's mark learned. I think we destroyed whatever was inside it. Ah, damn it. Guess there isn't much we can do about it now. Maybe next time you'll show a little restraint, Rick. Maybe next time you'll shut your damn mouth, Ben. Look, there's a few things left. Received potion ×3 and received salve ×2. But I'm guessing what broke was probably a special item. Okay, skills. And let's use refresh. And I'll save. And are there any other goodies around? There's a box of goodies. Who left these boxes lying around? Ooh, hey. Received pike. I'm surprised that fit in there. Okay. Let's give Ben... Well, no, let's give Rick the pike. And there's another chest. Surprised to see this lying out here. Received vaccine amulet. Ooh. Protects against poison and diseases. Okay, so because Sylvan already has the Swift Boots, I'll go ahead and give Ben the vaccine amulet. Okay, and I think that's everything that's left out here. Okay. Whoa, Suven, that's the monster's lair. We're not going in there. Right. So here's the cave to the south. Very egalitarian. Well, Suven got an item and Rick got an item, so Ben has to get something now. Yeah, well, pretty much, because when I neglect party members for their equipment and buffs and things, I usually end up with somebody that keeps falling in battle. I can't see a thing in here. Let me get a lantern out. Hang on, I'll provide some light. Ooh. Well, let's get going. I feel like we're being watched. The encounter bar in the corner will turn red as you grow more likely to encounter enemies. It will empty some after each battle. When it's completely empty, there will be no more random encounters. Okay. Let's Leroy Jenkins it. Suven! That viewing circle was originally smaller and one person rage quit on the spot from the narrowed view. Oh no. Everyone alright? We're okay. What was that all about? I don't know. Just be careful. But looks like it helped us because we can use the rock. Guess we can use this rock to hop across. Suven, I see it. Maybe we shouldn't go this way? What if someone's hurt? What if it's someone from Northwall? Can't do this IRL, but can save here and then be brave. This is a lot of blood. What do you think happened? I don't know, but I'm getting my spear ready. Whoa. Looks like something ate most of him. This looks like the kind of tunnel those creatures at Northwall dug in the barracks. You mean there's more of them? I'd never even heard of something like them until then. I sure hope not. I mean, look at the size of this hole. Maybe one of the ones we already killed made it. Maybe. Guess it's kind of hard to tell how long this hole has been here. It's probably old. There can't be that many of these things. Maybe. We should probably be... And that went by. He's from Sylph. Huh? His uniform. He's from Sylph. Why is he here? Why would he come through the tunnels? Maybe he's a deserter. We haven't seen a ship in a long time. Maybe he was a messenger from Northwall? Maybe. Why send him alone? You should interact with the hole after the conversation. Oh, don't worry. I like to interact with everything, but even if I don't, then if I explore on my own, then you're gonna get more of an idea of what am I gonna think to interact with, what am I gonna miss and bypass if I was playing this on my own. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe we should go. There's an old shield on him. Received wood shield. There's a mace here, too. Received heavy mace. Okay. Once we get help for Northwall, we should come back and return his body to self. So you don't want anything other than the spear. Do you? No? Does Suven want this stuff then? Yes, that's Suven equipment. Maybe we don't investigate the deep, dark murder hole, Suven. But what if I do? Fine. Spoil sport. Such a baby, Rick. So the bar is red, so I should be, there we go, encountering something. Okay, special. Lowers defenses by 25%, causes flurry to do double damage consumed on use. There's only one green slime, so I'm assuming it might be more powerful than the bats. So they're not doing too much damage. So these could be a good chance to build up some TP. They can be impaled to reduce their evade to 0. Searing Light also would kill them since evade doesn't work for magic. Thanks. I think if it's all the same, I'd like to just kind of explore this and try to figure it out myself because, you know, playing it and trying to figure it out on my own is one thing. Playing it with hand-holding from the dev is an entirely different experience and won't really, I don't think I'll be able to really give the same kind of review or feedback as I would as if I'm trying to figure it all out on myself. Fur pelt found. So let's see. And I like to use that refresh spell. I like that so that I can go into each battle fully healed up. Because I never know when I'm going to hit something that's pretty dangerous. And I've been caught off guard more than once by coming across the boss fight when I wasn't expecting to yet. What is this? I don't like it, Suven. Hey, look. Think there's something useful in it? Somebody certainly went to a lot of trouble to protect it. Those platforms don't float on their own. Well, I'm not hopping across them to find out. You're on your own in that regard. Seriously? What a coward. I don't see you stepping up to volunteer. Hey, I could. I just thought I'd let our fearless leader handle it. I'm sure. Hey, Suven, we don't have to go after that chest, you know. We'll wait right here for you if you decide to give it a go, though. I'll suffer injuries if I fall. Better be careful. Jump from platform to platform using the Enter key. You can't jump to a platform that's about to fall. Leave the room and come back to reset it. I'm gonna save before I try anymore. Huh. Huh. Okay. Suven is now level 3. Cleanse learned, Purify learned. Received blazing mace, received heavy robes. I am guessing that those are for him. Yeah. Hi, and actually not intended to try and hop as quickly as possible. Well... Oh, every time you jump to a platform, ones around it blink that are about to fall, and you're supposed to jump to a non-blinking one. Okay. Come on, enter. Oh, I don't need to hop back. So I think you just happened to across a correct path by luck. That's some luck. Okay. Removes all debuffs except bleed and broken. Heals 5% max HP for each state removed. Uses half turn. Okay. Our weapons don't seem very useful against these things. Maybe a little holy magic will do the trick. Then let's distract it. Oh, I can't. So scan doesn't increase TP. Attack. Okay, there we go. I've seen a lot of players do that though, try to hop as fast as possible, so I think the mechanics aren't as clearly communicated as they could have been. Maybe. I think the thing is that usually with these floating platforms and platforms that are about to fall, there's so much precedent for those being on a timer that in so many other games, that if they're going to be about to fall, that just means that all of them, you have a set amount of time to hop across, so that's probably what... I mean, that's what I was thinking, so that probably is what's in most players' minds. Okay. Oops, not cleanse. Searing light. Shield wall. And distract. Holy items? or holy spells. So let's attack. Suven's party was victorious. Okay, about time for another... what's it called? Oh! There it is. It just moved. Another refresh. And it looks like we're over halfway through this dungeon, according to the bar. That's an odd thing to find here. Received salve. Bat attacks and rat attacks. Ooh, sometimes rats carry disease, so I want to get rid of that. Oof. Yeah, diseased bite. Okay. Fur pelts found. Ooh, Ben's not too great. We should do a refresh. So that's all of the encounters. You should be mindful of the giant spider in here, you know. You! Why so angry to see me again? I'm only trying to warn you. Did you have fun with Oro? We don't need your help, trickster. Yeesh, so touchy. You know, that spider's looking awfully hungry. There's nothing there, Suven. I had some conditional branches for this conversation, depending on whether you met him at the ruins or not. Oh ho, so you say. Suven? Look out. Oh, you have got to be kidding! I take back making fun of you for being afraid of spiders, Ben. Oof. Oof. Ah. Oh, so we can't even target the spider yet. Oh no, I should have dealt with the eggs. Oops. Oh, Ben's down. Uh-huh, so the spiders made another web. Oh no, there's more eggs! Oh! So it's not gonna do any good to take out the little guys first. We gotta focus on that spider. interesting that poison works on the spider. I was wondering if it would be immune because of being a poisonous type of creature itself. Oh, we've almost got the spider. Got her. Okay, now we can take our time and pick off the little ones. $69. Nice. I actually heard a story the other day of some dad playing a game with their young kid, and he saw 69 and said, "Nice." And the dad was like, "Do you know what that means?" And the kid says, "It's just a cool number." Aw. Like, he just learned that you're supposed to say nice when you see it with no other context. Yeah. Suven's party was victorious. Silk webs found. Suven is now level 4. Holy Barrage learned. Infusion learned. Everyone okay? Sure. Glad that thing's dead. Looks like Maestro fled. Oh, I'm still here. Listen, I'm dreadfully sorry, but I was asked to make sure that you didn't exit the other side of this cave. What? I was hoping that little creature would take care of it all for me, but alas. Well, either way, ta-ta! Out now! Suven, wait! No, you have to get out! Ben! We'll all die if you stay. You have to get help for Northwall. But get moving, Suven! Rick! No, I'm not leaving you too! Rick! Oh, the poor soldier guys. Oh. Damn it all. Oh, I thought that was going to be our party for the whole game. Oh. West South South Aylin. Aylin. But something's not right. Where is everyone? Oh, it's so... That was a good choice with no music or sound effects. It's so uncanny. It's just deathly silent. Hello? Is anyone there? Go away! Please, I'm a cleric from Northwall. I need to speak with someone. You're on your own, cleric. Don't you want some help, maybe? Excuse me, is anyone inside? Nothing. Food. If I can convince them to let me take some back to Northwall. Excuse me, You leave Aylin now before I bash your skull in. Those are some mighty nice threats from somebody who's too chicken to come out of your house. Please, I just need to speak to someone. Scram! Go away! Why won't anyone come out to talk to me? Because you're deaf, obviously. What part of go away didn't you get? Hey! What are you doing outside? Don't you know it's dangerous? Dangerous? No, Shut up. Who are you? I just came from Northwall. I'm a cleric. Then where are your compatriots? The soldiers Northwall would have sent with a cleric. I wasn't alone. You failed to keep your soldiers alive? Look, I don't have time for your accusations. You will answer my questions. The little eyes closed and the sprite on the map. Monsters destroyed Northwall. Most of our citizenry wasn't able to make it out. Some survivors were able to get out and escape to a small settlement for protection, but we need help. We're low on supplies, and the reason I'm alone is because a demon named Maestro caused a cave-in in the tunnel. My friends were trapped. I'm sorry to hear that. Please, whatever you can offer, food, shelter, military aid, anything. Military aid? Listen, Suven. Suven, I'd like to help you, but we have nothing to spare. Anything you have at all, any spare supplies, nothing. We have our own predicament, Suven. There's a beast on the loose, one that's able to take the form of a human. It's terrorizing our town, and until it's been dealt with, everything we have has to be carefully guarded. A beast? A monster. She hides in the forest, attacks us in the night. I've been trying to rally some of the citizens to help me deal with her, but everyone's too frightened and untrained. What if I help you? What? If I help you destroy the beast, will you give me supplies or offer Aylin as a shelter for us? I can talk to the citizens, after we've dealt with the beast. Fine, let's go. Now? Aren't you tired? Don't you need to rest first? Look, Marion, every moment I'm not on my way back to Northwall is another moment the town will be in more danger. I see. Well, fighting when you're exhausted is a quick way to get yourself killed, Suven. I have strength still to push on. Besides, if we wait until nightfall, it will be that much more dangerous to venture into the woods. Very well. We leave immediately for the forest to the south. And if I find out you're lying about who you are, that you're helping the beast, you will face a swift death. So I kind of wonder if she gets mad at us if we keep bothering people. We can talk to the townspeople after the beast has been dealt with, I was wondering. Not even supplies? Fine. Ooh, so we can get some sort of supplies. The fruits of alchemy. Impressive. Looks like salves. I wonder what this is. Oh, do you like those flowers? Well, stop admiring the flowers, Suven. We have more important things to do. Well, I was hoping they might be like medicinal herbs or something. Marion, who is this? He's a cleric from Northwall. We're heading out to slay the beast. Northwall? Are you sure he isn't lying? If he means to help the beast, I think that's a typo. If he means to help us defeat the beast, or something like that, I will slay... Oh, no, it isn't a typo. I just didn't read far enough in the sentence. If he means to help the beast, I will slay him without hesitation. We need supplies. Well, as long as you're with him. What can I get for you? We'll get a couple of revives. And a couple of those. And I'll save the rest of my gold for right now. So... I'm gonna sell my salves. I don't want them. Can be sold at shops. Let's sell that. Silk web. Let's sell that. You mentioned about preferring renewable resources before using consumables. For the sequel, I did away with items entirely because I know that's a really common feeling. That's interesting. It will be interesting to see with the sequel when that comes out what it's like with no consumables, because I do use those as kind of emergency reserves, but that will be interesting to see. Okay, now we can buy... I'll buy a couple more revives and 4 more potions. There we go. And I'll buy a couple of mana drafts. Okay. Oh, I should have checked to see if she'd let us buy some armor and weapons. Oops. Nope, probably not. Maybe? My sword is flawless. You're a cleric anyway. I thought you were non-violent. Sometimes it's unavoidable, and only a fool would not defend himself in those cases. Ooh, someone who knows how to pronounce draft correctly. Well, leave the art of weapons to me, cleric. You'll live longer. Let's get going. Armor? What about armor, at least? I'm not waiting around while you shop. Let's go. Okay, okay, alright, okay. This forest is cursed, Suven. How so? This town was settled here because it provided a rich supply of lumber, plenty of hunting, and easy gathering. Now there are dangerous creatures that hunt humans. The game has disappeared, and this fog. It isn't natural. Be on your guard, Suven. Let's find the beast. What is this? I don't know. Marion reaches out to touch the object. Received 1 salve. Aha. This whole map was 100% overhauled after feedback. Posting demos to the forums and getting feedback from people is so helpful. Yes. Holy Barrage deals... Oh, deals holy damage to all enemies, makes next Searing Light do 20% more damage. And it only costs the same amount as Searing Light but it does less damage to all enemies. But let's do it anyway. Increases attack by 25% and crit chance by 6%, lasts 5 actions. Deals 27 to 41 weapon damage to all enemies. Deals 20 to 30 weapon damage to a single target. Builds 8 TP. Zeal. Attack increases 50%, defense lowers to 0. Double TP generation, doesn't use a turn, lasts 2 actions. Sure. And then I will do Combo Strike. That's a quick way to build up some TP. And then I can save that for when I need it later on. Snakeskin found. Carnivorous plant uses digest. I don't think the game ever mentions it, but I ended up capping TP at, I think, 25 between battles, just so people wouldn't stock up to 100 to make things a cakewalk. Aww. Oh, I used the wrong thing. That was an all enemies thing. Animated tendril found. I'm just picturing that in their pack, just like... I don't know if you noticed, but the plant did actually lose its tendrils when you used the area of effect, because that enemy is technically 4 enemies. I did not notice. That is interesting. Received reinforced plating. Received 1 thunderstone. Raises the user's defense and magic defense by 5 and makes the wearer immune to the broken debuff. And then the swift boots. Okay, so we got the vaccine amulet and everything back from the other guys. Okay. Oh, she's not even allowed to change her. She doesn't want to change her stuff. Okay. Honeycrisp apple. Yum. Okay. Okay, so all of its tendrils are gone now. The best kind of apple, yeah. It's interesting how some players will vehemently turn down any ability that has a drawback like Zeal, whereas I use it, like you, every chance I get, yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the drawback, because there are some drawbacks that I don't like at all, and I did think about ignoring it, but then when I saw how it could be combined with that other one that gives you 8 tension points, but, or TP, whatever it stands for in this, then that makes it 16, which is a really big boost. The combo strike, right. Right, I totally agree that because TP is so strong, it's entirely worth the drawback. Yeah. And also it would depend on what does... I was concerned when I saw it makes the defense 0. It kind of depends on how big of a debuff does that make it, but it seems like she's able to tank the hits pretty well. I tried to balance everything so that no drawback was ever worse than the benefit, but could be situationally not a good idea. So let's see, she had 49 TP. Let's see what it is when we leave battle. Double slash learned and crippling slash learned. I guess it doesn't say. But it'll say next time we enter a battle. Received 1 mana draft. One of those things I might show in a menu now, since I could make a plugin for it, but didn't search for a script for during this game's dev. The amount of TP they have to need. Yeah. But again, if TP can't... It looks like 17 is what she's got. But then again, if TP isn't usable for a skill outside of battle, then it may not matter that much. What do these do? Deals damage, lowers the agility by 40% for 3 turns, and removes rage effects. And double slash deals the damage twice. Okay. Nice. It's been years since I looked at the underlying code and events and such. Yeah, I imagine so, since it was finished in 2019, so that's already about 5 years. And that's just from when it was totally finished. I wonder if I capped it per character instead of a flat 25 for everyone. Maybe. What is this? I'm not sure. I've never seen this place before. The fog doesn't hang here. That doesn't exactly look like a natural arrangement of flowers either. I think the big bulk of it was finished in 2017, but I called it officially released after more playtesting and feedback and bug fixes and such in 2019. Okay. Marion reaches out and touches a flower. Marion's out here touching everything. She's like, oh, what's this? What's it? I wonder what that is. That's interesting. This is stupid. I have more important things to do than garden. Let's get back to our monster hunt. Oh, it's a puzzle. Ooh, did I do it? I did it! Oh, I've never been able to do one of those puzzles before because they don't make sense. It's mostly dumb luck. Suven is now level 5. Heaven's Wrath learned. Conviction learned. Received Regrowth Flask. Ooh, I want to check all this stuff out. So let's see. So what is Infusion? Infuses the target with Holy Might, increasing offenses and critical chance by 10% for 3 actions. Conviction increases max HP by 15% for 4 turns and restores 15% max HP. Nice. You did it, you're big brain, so smart. Yeah, just lucky again, like an anime protagonist. And then let's see, what was the thing we got? Where is it? Regrowth Flask. Regens 75 hit points and 45% mana points over time. Reusable refills after battle. Oh, nice. But no compliments from our soldier lady here. Just sitting around scowling. What was that? Ah, werewolf time? I didn't see anything. I think we're being followed. The beast? Most likely. Like I said, keep your guard up. What is the beast? She's a citizen who was cursed. What? Why haven't you tried to cure her then? She is beyond saving. End of discussion. Famous last words. There you are. Come back! I'm a cleric! I help people for a living! Thunderstone. Oh, there you are. Now come back! Come on. I don't remember how I got up there. I think I saw another bug in that transfer event. You were below the cliff, but then moving left put you on top of it. Yeah. I was wondering how I got up there. So let's try going this way. Suven. There's no saving this monster. We are here to kill it. Aelin will not help otherwise. If she's cursed, Marion, there's still a way she can... No, she's done too much. This discussion is over. There's a clearing up ahead. I have a bad feeling about it for some reason. A dead end? Looks like it. We'll have to start searching away from the path. Suven! I heard it. Haha, I'm glad you caught my you might want to save warning. Yeah. Yeah. Suven! Okay. So I can't use it to target the werewolf, so it's not going to be one of those things where I have to cleanse her. And I can't use... Let's use scan. 1,000 hit points! Calls on lunar power, increasing attack and agility by 25%. Bite causes disease, decreasing attack and agility by 25%. Removes and protects for 3 turns against poison, burn, chill, and disease. Uses half an action. Let's do that for each of us. I will rend your heart from your chest, monster! Hi, Windrider. /classic. Yeah. There's all sorts of different abilities we've got in this game. What self-respecting game doesn't have a sword wearer with a / ability? Exactly! It's so good. I love the double and triple attacks. They're so satisfying. Hi, Joan Rico. Man, I really like this type of SV battlers. Yeah. Let's see. You will die a torturous death today. So it's weak against holy fire. Oh boy. She's weak, finish her! And I don't think there's gonna be any options to do anything else. We were victorious. Did we kill her? Is she dead? No, she's badly hurt, though. Then it's time to end this. No! How dare you? How dare you stop me from slaying this abomination? Was she always like this? Was she always a monster? You said it was a young woman from the town who was cursed. I was checking out Chrono Engine a few minutes ago because I really like the overworld fights, but I feel like this little style scratches that itch at least a bit for me. For real, it's so good, yeah. Yes, Suven, and that is why she must be slain. She murdered 6 villagers. 6, Suven. She tried to kill us, too. Slay everything, slay everyone, exactly, Leafian. I think it's a default RTP sprite. It could be, but, you know, if you, there's nothing wrong with using the RTP assets if they match what you're going for. They include, I always say they include it in the RPG Maker engine for a reason. That won't bring anybody back. And how do you propose to save her? How do you intend to stop her from killing anyone else? You tell me, Suven. RTP just kept getting worse? Oh, yeah. I've only used RPG Maker VX Ace, so I've seen games made with MV and MZ, but I haven't actually got either of those myself, so that's sad to hear if the RTP isn't as good in those. I like the character generator from MV. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try that out either. I will not kill her for being an unfortunate victim. Victim? That's what she is, Marion. She is a murderer, Suven. If you will not let me put her to death for her crimes, Aelin will not help Northwall. Not one soldier, not one safe home, not one scrap of food, Suven. You will never be welcome in our walls. Is she worth your people's lives, Suven? Stop Marion and save her, or hesitate and let her die. I am not going to hesitate. I am going to stop Marion and save her. This is not the only town on the map, and I'm not going to be complicit in a murder of somebody who didn't ask to be cursed and turned into a werewolf. I'm not going to buy supplies for my town with the blood of the innocent. Stop Marion and save her. Yes, Northwall needs help, but I cannot believe that an entire town would forsake us for saving one of its own. Unbelievable. You find your cure, Suven. You save her. Whatever you have to do. But if she ever sets foot in Aelin again, cursed or not, she dies. And if I find out she gets away from here, alive, and she's not on your leash, so do you. I think this decision is the biggest game changer. Even though it ultimately just affects dialogue and I think one battle, I originally was going to make a choice between the werewolf and Marion as party members. I hope I'm making the right decision. Hey, why so glum, pal? You! I like Maestro so much, he's so funny. Now, calm down. You're hardly in any state to pick another fight. I love how he has his own theme song, too. Characters with their own theme song. It's just the best. I'm sure I can muster up the strength just for you, you bastard. Oh, so I buried your friends under a few pebbles. You're getting along swimmingly, saving damsels in distress and all. Shut up! Whoa there! Hey, I'm here to help you this time. I don't need your help. I recognize that sound effect. No. So you know how to remove my curse, then? You did this to her? Well, sort of. Wasn't really my idea, but I'm the one with the magic. I'm sure there's a way to remove it then. Sure there is. Me. Why would you remove your own curse? It'd be more fun to see what would happen if you traveled with a monster. You said you'd remove the curse. Well, sort of. I mean, I can't just remove it, or she'd probably die. I can change it, though. I'm not letting you touch her. Didn't you hear me? You're in no condition to fight me, boy. Get away from her! Back off. Good. Now then, this won't take long at all. Well, that's all for me. Ta-ta! Hey, are you alright? My body hurts. Try and stand up. Where am I? Who are you? And that was a clever way to animate it, where it went not just from Sprite 1 to Sprite 2 to Sprite 3, but Sprite 1 to Sprite 2, and then back to Sprite 1 2 again, to make it look like she's kind of struggling to get to her feet. Where am I? Who are you? My name is Suven. You're in the forest near Aelin. Do you remember anything? A little. Did I do something terrible? What did I do? I remember. Come on, stand back up. It's okay. All those people! Suven, I killed a lot of people. I'm sorry. Aww. No one ever told me your name. I want you to come with me. Why should I come with you? I think you can be cured. Maestro's curse. It's powerful, but I think it can be removed. And why would you help me? Northwall was attacked. I came to Aelin to find help, but, well, I don't think Aelin is going to help. Why? Because of me. Meanwhile, Windrider, look at what they need to do to mimic a fraction of my power. No, that's not what I meant. Call me whatever you want. What? I can't go back to my life in Aelin. I don't have one anymore. And you can't go back because of me. So I owe you. And since that life's gone, so's that name. So call me whatever you want. Well, in this case, I'm not going to stick with the default name because she's tasked us with giving her a new name. What to call her, what to call her. Name her Amber? Okay. How about Amber? Sure, whatever. Let's just go. Okay, so back out of the forest. It doesn't look like we can proceed any further south. So we're going to have to go back the way we came. Which leads us back through the village. Okay, doesn't quite. We can go around. Suven. So we're going back to Northwall, and you'll cure me there? I need to get back to Northwall, but the tunnels north of Aelin aren't accessible anymore. I'll need to get a ship somewhere. You don't look like you're ready for the trip to the nearest port town. You know, about that, Marion and I wounded you pretty severely. Why do you seem fine now? It's part of the curse, I guess. I can just heal quickly is all. Well, I'm exhausted. You're right, I do need to rest. Go to Aelin. What? Go to Aelin. Tell them I'm dead. I'll wait outside the town for you. And if Marion tries to kill me? Cattail popping up over your shoulder. Yeah, that's Velcro. This is the source of the noise and the complaints. He likes to run around and yell while I'm streaming, and then if that doesn't get my attention, then he chews on a metal table leg across the room. I'll be watching from a distance. If anyone tries to harm you, I'll stop them. I don't think that would be a good idea. Look, you need rest. There's nowhere safe to break camp nearby, and it's not like we have the supplies for it anyway. It's a bad situation, Suven, but you have to go to Aelin and tell them you killed me. I guess you're right. Stay out of sight, though. I'll find a way to escape if I get in trouble. I won't stand by if you're in danger. You're all I've got at the moment, so I have to look out for you. But I hope you're a good liar. I'll be waiting for you just outside of town. Go to the inn and get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Hey! Are you Suven? Yes? Marion just stormed through town on the warpath not too long ago. Said she'd kill you on sight. Look, I don't want any trouble. Hey, relax. We heard you tried to save Talon. Okay, so I guess that's I guess that's her name. So that wouldn't be... my brain is, the gears have gotten gummed up in there. That's not a bug. That's actually how human brains work. He knew her from before when she was a werewolf. And, remembered her default name. So, we heard you tried to save Talana. Is she alive? No. Oh, good girl, Winter. Well, look, nobody here holds nothing against you. You and Marion, you saved us from that monster. Just 'cause she got her priorities screwed up. Well, never mind about Marion, alright? Look, you must be tired after running around the forest and everything. You need to stay here a night. You go right ahead. Hey, you need a little food? You can check the stores, too. I'm gonna go tell everyone that Suvan's here. You stop by my shop before you go, you hear? Much better greeting than I thought I was going to get. I wonder if they'd welcome Amber back. This wood is getting so warped. I'll need to replace it soon. Hey, wait, Suvan, right? Oh, wow, Aelin owes you quite a debt. I'm just hoping to get as much help as I can to take back to Northwall. I heard the tunnel's blocked now. I hope you can get back in time. Thanks. I wonder if Amber would like these. Suvan, we can't thank you enough for what you've done. I heard you need food to take with you. I'd be happy to wrap something up from the gardens here for you before you go. Thank you, that means a lot. Marion's house. Quite the abundance of food. Looks like someone takes good care of these. An empty vase. Looks like an almanac. Expecting rain soon. A simple fireplace. Received 1 flash powder. I'll happily steal from Marion. She tried to kill somebody. I know she thinks that she's being the good guy. I know she thinks she's in the right, but she's gonna be that harsh and brutal, then I'm gonna judge her by her own standards, and I'll be harsh and steal from her. It's a simple cloak. The stitching is nice, though. It's a logbook of guests who've stayed here. It's pretty bare. Guess Aelin doesn't get a lot of travelers. Steal everything. Looking to stay the night? Free for you, Suvan, after what you've done for us. Yes. Nobody ever says they think Marion's right. Well, to be fair, Talana didn't ask to be a werewolf. And she was in werewolf form when she was attacking everybody, so, you know, it would be reasonable to assume that she's not in control of her actions. So it's like punishing somebody for a crime when they're completely insane and should be able to be sent to get mental help instead of go to jail. What? How? Oh, is he having a nightmare? No. You are the last. You must die. Wait! I'm coming! No, help! No! We're done. Let's go. How could this have happened? Because you abandoned them. I didn't abandon anyone. You abandoned us. You left us to die in that cave. Abandon everyone. I had no choice. Even Caravas couldn't hold out forever. Whole bloody scene, me, aw, cute orcs, yeah. There was nothing I could do. Of course not. You're too weak. Isn't that always the way in the nightmares when the people you love, the people that matter to you, whose opinions matter to you, who would never say anything like this to you in real life, they're the ones that echo the harsh thoughts you're having about yourself. Because your subconscious mind, I guess, knows that if it comes from their face and their voice, you're gonna be affected by it. You'll believe them. You even said our lives were worth less than that girl you knew nothing about. I'm so sorry. I'll be back as soon as possible, I promise. Okay, so... in most RPGs, either sleeping for the night and regaining your health is totally free, or you have to pay for it with, you know, some gold or something like that. That's essentially doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day, but I like how this game is making me pay for it emotionally to get a full heal. Me and my subconscious, we vibe, so I rarely get the nightmares. That's good. Suven, you're awake. Marion came back. She did? She told me not to wake you. Said she wanted you fully rested. I don't think it sounds good, Suven. Guess we have to settle this. Take a moment to gather my save file. Yeah, good job, game dev. Absolutely. Finally. Well, what? I told you if that beast lived and you ever came back here, it meant your neck. So where is she? I told the townspeople she was dead. So I'd heard, but you were quite adamant about saving her. I can't imagine you changed your mind so easily. What are we going to tell her? Did we going to say that she attacked us? I didn't. I knew it! I knew you didn't have it in you to do what needed to be done. I knew you'd disobey my orders not to come back. Where is she? Where are you hiding her? I have business to finish, since you're incompetent, before I deal with you. Hey, Marion question, who the fuck asked your opinion? Yeah, exactly. Let me look. I'm sorry, Marion, I can't find where I asked. Amber is safe. Amber? Is that what you're calling her now? We gotta karate chop that bitch, yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to settle this one-on-one before I deal with Amber. On guard! I'm sorry, that's just so silly. This is saying on guard, unironically. Marion, stop! This doesn't have to end in bloodshed. I've been a fuck farmer for years, but this year's crop has been rough. Guess I can't give you a single fuck, Marion. That is a good one. That is a good one. She thinks she's so honorable. Yeah. Rarely do the good, lawful characters and I see eye to eye. Very rarely. Suvan, I'm here. Ooh, she is. She's backing us up. You bitch. Amber? I will end you, Marion. Oh, that's... Zevia, that's your icon on the RPG Maker forums. Oh, so that's Tilana. Aha! I will end you, Marion. Amber can transform into hybrid form when she has built up enough TP. Each turn, she will lose 15 TP. Once she falls below 15 TP, she'll revert back to human shape. Fury Special. No, let's, just use... Okay, so... Okay, I see. So each turn uses 15 TP, so no matter which attack I pick, it's gonna take 15. So that's how that's gonna work. Okay, so let's do Frenzy. I like how the description shows how much damage you'll do. Yeah, same here. That makes it so much easier to try to compare to see how much hit points of damage is this going to do versus what kind of effects do you get, rather than just does a really strong attack, does a kind of strong attack, does a super strong attack, and then you have to wonder, is a super strong attack stronger than a really strong attack, or vice versa. Okay. Oops. Why won't you just die already? Marion has become enraged. Oof. Marion, please, your blood pressure. No! No. The beast must die. Fair enough. Let's kill the monster, Suven. She's almost dead anyway. No! This blood feud between you two has to end. Marion is a zealot, but she's trying to defend Aelin. And Amber is not a monster. What Maestro did to her, well, she seems capable of controlling it now. I will not rest until she is dead. Sure, I'll help you rest. Stop! Marion, you are beaten. I asked you to spare Amber's life, and now I'm asking her to spare yours. Look, my life in this town is done. I'm moving on. I'll be waiting when you're ready to leave, Suven. No. Marion, why is killing Amber so important to you that you'd throw your life away for it? Everyone, I'm sorry I lied about Amber. I thought... Well, it doesn't matter what I thought. You deserved to know. Is Marion going to be okay? She's hurt. Bad. She'll need time to recover. Marion, you're being a little furriest right now. But she'll live? Yes. Look, Suven, we appreciate everything you've done for us, and it's good to know Talana's alive. But I think you better get going. If you need a few things before you go, the shops are open, but... I understand. The one redeemable quality I think about Marion is that Talana was killing everyone and she showed up to defend the town when nobody else could. Yeah, she thinks, obviously, that she's in the right, but she just is... It's just too much black and white thinking. She's got no room in her heart for any kind of forgiveness, or not even forgiveness, but for not holding Amber accountable for what she couldn't control. My girl don't understand nuance, yeah. She's not got any room for nuance in her head. She's got a... It's just stuffed to the brim with battle tactics and honor. I really wanted to make Marion Talana a choice for the rest of the game. Yeah, that would have been neat. It really would have been neat. But for me, it's not going to matter because I would have gone with Talana regardless. Suven. Look, about what happened. Where is the best place to find a ship? Alright. Sylph, to the northwest, is probably the best bet. The Twin Forts are the only place with a functioning port. It's functioning? Northwall hasn't received supplies from their ships for over a month. Well, as far as I know, it's the only place with a ship. What about Elblum? Seriously? I don't think they have a port, for one. They're also not big on helping outsiders. Well, neither was Aelin. You're really depressing, Suven. You know that? Hey, I gotta head to bed. I didn't sleep well last night and I was gonna go after Zephyr's stream, but stuck around a bit. Oh, good night, Joe Enrico. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm gonna be wrapping up pretty soon, too. What do you know about Sylph? Well, they used to be our main supply line. They sent ships up the coast since the mountain pass was too dangerous. We used to meet them at the shore and bring the supplies back to Northwall. There's no farmland past the mountains. Nothing grows to sustain a community. So what happened? A few weeks before Northwall was destroyed, the ships stopped coming in. We lost communication with the south, and we were pretty much on our own to watch the monster's lair. What lair? Do you know why Northwall was constructed? No. About 25 years ago, an explorer discovered a cave up in the northern snows. He was attacked when he got near. He managed to escape and make it back south, with a warning of what happened. A cleric by the name of Gallerand took a small military detachment to investigate and see if it was a threat. I really like how they're on the move, walking, while this is happening, because, you know, it kind of gives the idea they've got a ways to go. And it gives some movement during the cutscene. They were beset by monsters, forced to beat them back time and time again. Their battles seemed to stir up the hornet's nest, as it were, and more monsters poured out by the day. And somehow Gallerand and his soldiers weren't overrun or exhausted. They knew if they fell, it would mean disaster for the southern settlements. They had no choice but to fight. Gallerand decided there must have been something in the cave funneling these monsters out. A portal or something. But why then? Why would they wait until being discovered to try and come out of that cave? No one knows. Northwall's records showed that Gallerand instructed one of his men to send for laborers, that an outpost would need to be established to keep permanent watch over the cave. Then he and the rest of his men ventured in and were never heard from again. The monsters stopped coming forth, except for an occasional stray once in a while, so it was assumed they must have been successful at stopping whatever it was in there. This story sounds ridiculous, Suven. What? This is serious, Amber. Northwall has been the barrier against a major invasion for over 2 decades. And, with the castle gone and our captain the only one left with any kind of combat training, you think the monsters will come south? Yes. Ooh, it really, I hadn't even thought of that. I just thought of the people from Northwall being in danger. So this whole problem stems back to Sylph not sending you supplies, right? Partially. I don't know that we would have lasted against that attack either way. So just getting a ship isn't going to be enough. I guess not. But I have to get back to help them. With what? Just you and me? At the very least, we have to get everyone away from the monsters. We can look for help for the bigger problem after that's been taken care of. They're probably already dead. You said it's one man defending everyone? Oh my gosh, Amber, you don't... Maybe, but do you have to be so harsh? Let's just get to Sylph. Hey! Who sent you? Are you with Varsenna? Who's Varsenna? Practical but ignorantly blunt, yeah. It's a trick! They're spies! Watch your mouth, we're not spies. Stop. Lay down any weapons you're carrying. Whoa, 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 we're not here to fight. Who are you? Don't touch him, it's an attack, kill him, Sylvan! Stop! Oh good, we don't have to kill these soldiers. Explain yourselves. What's going on out here? Sir, we found spies sent by Varsena! They just jumped over everything to that conclusion. Please, if you'll give us a chance to explain. Very well. But not out here. You two, back to your posts. Sir! Welcome to East Sylph. I am General Cosgrove. Since Lord Beaumont's death, I am also the acting Baron of East Sylph. If you are not spies, then you must be lost. Nobody comes here except enemies anymore. Your very presence is suspicious. My name is Suven. I'm a cleric from Northwall. Northwall? I find that unlikely. That would mean you went through the tunnels. I did. I lost 2 friends in them when they collapsed. There's no way back now without a ship. So you've come to Sylph looking for one? Yes, we haven't seen anyone from Sylph in a long time, but we need you more than ever right now. I'd like to believe you, Suven. Really, I would. But every new face is a problem, so you'll need to help me understand why I should trust you. Why don't you start by explaining just why you risked coming through the tunnels? What happened to Northwall? I need a ship. Northwall has been destroyed by monsters, and the few survivors will not last without help. Northwall has fallen, you say? Yes. Suven told me that it's partly your fault, that you stopped sending them supplies. Amber! That's true. We did stop sending supplies. We've had no ships to send for weeks. What? Suven, we would not let Northwall be destroyed if it were up to us. If your defensive force has fallen, that means everybody is in danger. However, Sylph has been under attack by monsters as well. Monsters? Lady Celandine recently hired on a new advisor by the name of Varsena. Varsena is a practitioner of magic, claiming to be from Eldlum. What she really is, however, is an assassin and manipulator. She used her magic to corrupt the men and women in West Sylph, slaying both Lady Celandine and Lord Beaumont in the meanwhile. Who are Celandine and Beaumont? Lady Celandine and Lord Beaumont were the previous rulers of Sylph. Now I am the acting Baron of East Sylph, and Varsena has taken over West Sylph. Varsena's men burned our ships and destroyed the docks. We barricaded East Sylph and began planning an attack against West Sylph to slay Varsena and anyone still loyal to her. Barricade? We walked right up to you. Yes, well, that plan didn't work out. We've also had our eyes to the west, not the south. Or the north, as the case may be, young cleric. However, before we could organize our attack, Varsena began sending forces against us. We've been doing everything we can just to survive. The last 24 hours, however, has been very quiet. It concerns me. Why? I think Varsena is planning something. We gave no reason for her assault to stop. Which leads to you suddenly arriving. General Cosgrove, I had no idea of what was going on here. I only just left Northwall's survivors yesterday. I was in Aylin yesterday as well, but they would not provide any help. And why did Aylin not help? Sir! General Celandine is approaching with more monsters. I thought you said Celandine was killed. Yeah, Amber, that's exactly what I was thinking. To the main gate! Funnel them in and slaughter them there! You two, watch the ramparts, and ensure Varsena does not use her magic to get anyone up here. Check on the archers. Ensure the pitch and fire are ready if they try to scale the walls. You two are to remain here. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. That's ridiculous. I'm a cleric. I can help you. I'm not convinced you're on our side. You don't leave this room. General Cosgrove, if we are fighting against you, it's unwise to leave us alone. And if we're not fighting against you, then you could use all the help that you can get. It is in my interest that all of you survive too, because I need your help. My soldiers are more than capable of watching you if I leave you up here with them. But the help of a cleric would be immense if you are not lying. Suven saved me from death without even knowing my name. You can trust him. I must attend to the battle. Help wherever you feel it's needed. Come on, Suven, let's go save the day. Okay. And on that cliffhanger, I am actually going to save and quit here. Is there a quit? Is there a return to title screen? Yes. I'm actually going to stop there, even though that is a cliffhanger, maybe also because it's a cliffhanger. This has been a lot of fun. I was just thinking a minute ago, that's a lot of text. I don't think I saw even one typo. If there were typos, I didn't catch any, and that's very impressive for that amount of text. The RTP never bothers me, and everything is just sort of stitched together really well. Let's look at the credits before I go. But yeah, all of the music, the RTP, anything that is custom, I was having trouble telling what was custom and what was RTP because it all blends together so well. And the story has really got me captivated as well. I do agree with the people who gave you that feedback. I think that this is really improved with the tutorial added on to the beginning. I think if it had just opened up on that conversation with Cosgrove, then it would have been kind of samey with a lot of other RPGs. It can be kind of easy to just start with a conversation with the person who's in charge of the town saying, okay, you need to go and do this quest, but starting it right in the middle of the action and the invasion and running away and even getting to play as one of the helpless civilians with the flea action. You know, it really kind of immerses you in the story right away. So yeah, I'm going to put the link into the chat again for anybody who wasn't here at start of stream but is now, for the game on the RPG Maker web forums. And, wait, oh, I paused the game, sorry. And, yeah, absolutely, definitely would recommend checking it out. Let's see, I think this, depending on what counts as a dungeon, I'm guessing this is, like, the third dungeon, so we might be 2/5 of the way through right now, and after about 3 hours, but maybe, I'm not sure, Zevia, maybe you could tell us how far into the game we are, but, this is definitely one that I would want to continue and see through to the end, either on my own time or something, and absolutely one that I would recommend checking out. And I am also going to be excited to see the sequel when that comes out. From here you'd have, looks like, is that like 3 or 4 more dungeons? Sounds about right. Tried to make new lines, that didn't come out right. Well, yeah, like I said, that was 4 more dungeons, but the final is kind of 3 dungeons in one. Okay, so depending on how you look at it, it's either 4 dungeons or it's 6 dungeons. I'm too tired to do the math. Yeah, it's either 4 dungeons or 6 dungeons, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, that was so much fun. Thank you again for letting me play your game on stream. Yeah, I don't know, I never know what to expect going into a game, but what I got with this one, this was a lot of fun. It's almost kind of like a fantasy novel, almost, but with the interactive elements of a game. So I'd say, yeah, absolutely great. Definitely recommend checking it out for yourselves. Anybody who's been watching along on the stream, or who checks out the VOD later on YouTube or whatever, absolutely, definitely would say check it out for yourselves. So much fun. Can't wait for finishing this game on my own time, and can't wait for the sequel. And thank you, Zevia, for stopping by and watching throughout the whole stream and chatting and answering questions. That was really great. Thanks again, everybody. And again, I will not be streaming next week because it's going to be the 4th of July weekend, and my neighborhood likes setting off fireworks, and Saturday night they're probably going to be doing the city fireworks, so that's going to be way too distracting to be streaming during. So no stream on the 6th, but I will be streaming again July 13th. So I'll see you all in a couple weeks. Thanks again for stopping by. Bye.